Yeah, my wonderful people, viewers and subscribers. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on where you are. Happy New Day and Happy Monday. This week, it shall be well with all my friends, brothers and sisters, family, audience, well-wishers, all those people who keep commenting on my content. I say, may God Almighty continue to bless you as you proceed in the next phase of your life in this new week. My wonderful people, why I'm bringing this message, it seems like because these are the people who keep on laughing at us, who keep on saying that we are dying with water, who keep on bad-mouthing us, the Yoruba Ronu. There is what they call a score mining in Yoruba land now. A score mining. Maybe you might not understand what that means. My brother, they are dying like chickens. People now are doing business of skull mining. They are selling people's skull. Or maybe let me break it down a bit. This is exactly what is happening in Imo State, where they now do what they call organ harvesting business. This one now is not only, maybe they said, this one is from Yoruba, this one is from Igbo, or maybe at the end now they will look for Igbos to blame. Maybe they will say because Igbo live in their land, that is why they are having all these challenges. Because anything that happened to them, any challenges that Yoruba have, if they never call Igbo, if they never indict Igbo people, they never started. The person who posted this in is Bolanle. And she said, let me read what she said. When we Yoruba leaders in Yoruba land accept the fact that there is a skull mining problem in Yoruba land. This message, if you know use your Iro, if you know use your number 6, you won't understand what this thing means. My brother, there is problem in Katanga. The same people who are busy fighting Igbos to leave their land now are being taken over by Fulanis. Their forest is no more in their hands. Fulanis have taken over. That was why that nonsense Igbo came out the other day and said that if government give him go-ahead order, that he will go to their forest and pursue the whole Fulanis. Because Fulanis have taken over. He is waiting for when government will give him a knowing fully well that government is complicit in all these things. Government are the one sponsoring all these things. When I told us here that Tunumbu is just a caretaker, Fulani is in a very they are on a very long ride to claim the land of Nigeria from every corner. When I said this, some people don't seem to understand. They said I talk rubbish. Why? Some people said I'm going to follow you. My brother, this is the fact that is facing everyone in Nigeria. If Tunumbu is the president as he claims, all this nonsense wouldn't have been happening. Because this is a thing that started from Muhammad Buhari's era and it still continues today. That Fulani are running rampant with AK-47, killing people in numbers. And you said you have president that come from Yoruba land. My brother, you don't have a president. What you have is a caretaker. The main landlord of that estate called Nigeria are UK, and they are the sponsors of terrorism in Nigeria and Africa. Because of the gold, oil, silver, coal, and the rest of them. Now UK will become the highest storage of coal. Coal that is coming from the backyard of Enugu State here. Why they don't have coal in their own country? Are you hearing me now? They are the highest storage of gold bars. They don't have not even a piece of gold in their own territory. Where are all this gold coming from? From the land of Africa. And they can do anything, just like the same way France is destabilizing the ones they colonize with the Ishwab, Boko Haram, ISIS, and Lakurawa, just to make sure that they are busy scamming them of their natural resources. That's the same way UK are doing to those ones they say they colonize. They will tell you they colonize you, they have given you independence, but they are still ruling you through their proxies. In 1960 till today, who among all those people who claims to be fighting for the poor masses that are not in government house today, no matter how corrupt they are? So what are we saying? There is a skull mining in Yoruba land now, and the leaders are not saying anything about it. This man said this thing. When I go to the comment section, you find out that many of her people condemned her, call her names, because she is saying the truth. Anyway, my people, if you get this message, please help me like, share, comment, and make sure you keep subscribing for more interesting videos. Let us discuss more on the comment section. This is Tony Marx said, Oriyeti Daruma, you bastard old granny. Because he said the truth. And this one is a Yoruba. Bolanle replied to him and said, oh, Nidaba. And the ICT media accept the fact that there is what we call mining exactly. This is a serious matter. Mazi Nzako said, when the leaders are among, they cannot do anything because they are complicit. Ola Kontok say, it is a general problem unless you have data to prove that it happens a lot in Yoruba land. There is a general problem. Val Mary said, they can pretend all they want, but the reality is the reality. Note, are you sure they are not beneficiaries of the skull mining? Remember, the hotel owner that killed the guy that slept in his hotel. Balatiki said they did their best trying to downplay it, but now they must address it. It is right before them. My fear tomorrow is that they will start now and say that it is Igbos that are using it to do money ritual in their land. Opemi DM has said this isn't an ethnic issue, it is a national problem. And according to George Yemi, said they are the ones benefiting the most from it. Harry said, let me invest in the forthcoming tiers. Comment section, they will, okay, you want to invest in the forthcoming tiers because they will cry blood. Mr. Levy said, I was on a bus from Aja and another bus driver was hailing the other bus driver and discussing in code how he could not play this year, that it is in full swing in Ijebu and pays very well. Little boys are asking for it and are ready to pay, that he should not dull. And they respond it in the matter. Our voter said, plot twist, the so-called Yoruba leaders are the target market. Grandmaster Zero said, don't worry, they're still playing ostrich. They will come around. Orthodox said, they will soon blame the Igbos. Of course, they will soon blame the Igbo, that Igbos are the cause. Mr. Wareshop said, don't mind them, my sister. Instead of tackling the problem heads on, it is how to blame at Chidi Tweets and come for his deportation. That's their problem. Whether you like it or not, the truth is truth. Wow. This is a very strong word, though. Where they almost said, you mean not only Yoruba land gets coal mining? laugh my Arsenal out. When other tribes depose. Okay. This one is trying to downplay the fact. And Dino Asogwe said it is very sad. This is something the leaders should look into and find a way to end this. The people's minds are already dark and they need a reset. Urobo Water, they will rather blame Achidi Tweaks 042 for bringing to the attention of everyone and calling it what it is called skull mining. Next question should be, when are they going to accept that radical Islam is gaining traction in Yoruba land? Don't forget they have situated what they call that Sharia court in Kwara State now. As I'm talking to you now, Kwara State is Yoruba land, but the Fulani have taken it over from them, and they have their first sitting of banning either banning or separating a marriage that is not working. My brother, Yorubas are in for a very long run. But anyway, let us keep going. Let us keep going. Eniola said that they are aware They knew all this, while many times they also fall victim. What I do not understand is their silence towards it. My dear, what do you expect them to do? They accomplish it. I'm next to say probably when they all lose their scores and have major facial palsy or dropping, Qatar, the answers. Say the earlier this issue is addressed, the better, because it seems nobody exempted alive or dead. Your corpse be violated. In 1965, Singapore, a tiny island of about 2 million people living in makeshift slums, was forced out of Malaysia with no grid, no army, no infrastructure, no natural resources, no drinkable water. Malaysian authorities cut the swamp nation off. A highly principled and visionary man with zero tolerance for corruption turned the poor wretched nation to a modern world economy. Here is how he did it. That Nigeria may learn. Who is Nigeria? Nigeria may learn what? Africa doesn't need another round of puppeteer elections. We need strong institutions. Nigeria desperately needs a Lee Kanyao. Send this video to criminals in Asorok. My dear, we are in for a very long ride. Tinubu is going to continue until 2031. Then he will put his son to do what? To take over. That is the simple truth. I never know anything. Qatar said like toxic relationship, Malaysia thought Singapore will beg to return. Instead, Lee Kuan Yew said, we will survive, we will grow, and we will show them all. Lee proclaimed this knowledge knowing he had a weak, divided and corrupt economy with hostile neighbors, at the same time facing daily. It was impossible that time to lead the nation, not to talk of transforming its economy, but Lee Kuan Yew's blueprint was clear. Zero tolerance for corruption, meritocracy over nepotism, pragmatism above politicking, for survival above ideology. The West called him a dictator because he said, I am not interested in democracy. I am only interested in what works. And they call him a dictator. Anyway, he shocked everyone by building the strongest military in Southeast Asia from a nation with no armed forces. If you want to be friends, that's great. But if you don't, we are ready. The message was clear. It was time to survival first. Like Lee Kuan Yew's master plan was, make example of corruption officials, force racial and ethnic integration, mandatory servants for all workers, unite the nation using English as a main language, open his country's economy to the world. Come and do what? And invest. Lee's housing policy radically transformed Singapore. He demolished all slums. He built public housing blocks. He forced all race and ethnic groups, Indians, Chinese, Malaysian, etc., to stay together. No ethnic group was allowed to build its cluster. His economic plan was practically irresistible. He invited multinational companies, offering them incentives. He offered skilled workers free training home and abroad. He built the world's best ports at the time. Foreign companies were corruption assured that nothing is going to happen to them. Wow. His World Trade Corridor saw the transformation of Singaporean economy into what it is today. And my wonderful people, we don't have much time to waste. This one is just early morning breakfast for all my fans. So please like, share, comment, and make sure you subscribe for more interesting videos. Let me save it here. I'm going to come back again for more discussions.